What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? We are live, and I'm so excited to be back for this stream. It's been such a great time. And our last stream was so amazing. So I'm excited to have you guys. I'm excited to have you guys. I'll allow people to keep coming in before we get started. But it'll be great. It'll be great. And this is just another episode of What the F is Happening in America? Like, what the F is happening in America, part two. Okay. And if you have any answers to those questions, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know because it's just getting crazy out here. It's getting crazier and crazier by the day. So I'm excited for this stream. It's been really great. And of course, I'll introduce myself. So I'm Braxton. I will be here with you guys a couple of times a week on stream. This is a new concept for me, but not too bad. I mean, I've been somebody who, of course, has done lives and all of those great things. So it's exciting. It's exciting. But otherwise, we'll get into what's happening in America. We're going to get there and go ahead and get started. And thanks for y'all that are coming on and leaving comments. Y'all definitely keep this stream hype. So, what is happening in America this week? Well, first of all, I think we have to address the elephant in the room. And I'm pretty sure my counterpart, Chris, when he comes on later this week, he'll talk a little bit more about some of the developments in the whole Jimmy Kimmel debacle. Y'all, what is going on? What is going on? So, for some context, literally last week, I think it was about 5 or 6 days ago, there was an announcement after Jimmy Kimmel went on his show and, of course, talked about everything that was going on in the media and in the world around the Charlie Kirk situation. He was let go from by ABC, and his show was apparently indefinitely terminated. Right, and of course, everybody went into this big frenzy, as they should, because that is an infringement on freedom of speech, in my personal opinion. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but that is that. And so now, a few days later, what we're starting to see is people are pushing back, right? People are pushing back, and we are seeing that essentially a lot of the companies that Disney owns are indeed having some challenges, right? They are indeed having some challenges. And so with those challenges come what? Some of those challenges include losing money, right? We're seeing people losing money, which is never fun. Nobody wants to lose money. And it's not good. It's not good. It's not good for them. But I'm glad that we have our foot on their neck. And so, yeah, people have been losing money. And some of those companies include Disney Plus, right? We're looking at Hulu. And people are really standing on business. So much so that Disney actually lost what, almost $4 billion within those 5 days after what happened with Jimmy Kimmel. And I don't know about y'all, but that's crazy. That is crazy. And so people are not dealing with it. They're not dealing with it. They're not here for it. And yeah, it's just gotten real crazy real fast. Real crazy real fast. So yeah, that is what's happened. And so now what we saw was okay, this is the landscape. Obviously, people are standing 10 toes down behind Jimmy. And so people are like, hey, you know, what are y'all going to do? Well, now ABC has came back and they said, okay, we're giving Jimmy his show back. He can come back. We're bringing the show back. Ha ha, it was a joke. Don't take it too seriously. But although ABC has approved for them to come back, the Sinclair Group, which is a large U.S. media company that owns and operates many television stations um, and multicast networks, has said, hey, That's all fine. You can bring the show back, but we're not gonna air it, and they're responsible for airing it. So now we're here with that challenge. He's supposed to come on tonight, so I guess we'll see what happens tonight. But yeah, apparently the Sinclair group is not allowing it to happen, and this is a right wing leaning group, and so we'll see. We will see where that goes. But what do y'all think? Like, what are y'all thinking about this? Because I don't know, y'all. To me, this is just real crazy. Drop in the chat. Like, what are you thinking about this Jimmy Kimmel situation? Um, and I'll say this. One thing I was really thinking about. Disney lost what, $4 billion in the last 5 days or whatever the case may be, right? Um, and they're forced to really see if they're gonna what they're gonna do. Like, are they gonna make a decision? Are they gonna make a change? What's happening? What's the tea? Meanwhile, organizations like Target, who we have been boycotting, we as in a lot of the Black community has been boycotting for the last several months, still hasn't budged. Still hasn't budged. So maybe they can take some notes. Maybe they can take some notes. Okay. But we'll move on because I think we can talk about this all day. And my counterpart, Chris, will probably have an update tomorrow when he comes on. And so that'll be a good time to see what really happened. Like, what was the tea for what happens tonight? Like, is Jimmy Kimmel coming on? Is he not? I don't know. Um, On to like some lighter things, y'all. Cardi B's album dropped and it's fire. I don't know about y'all, but it is tea. I've been waiting 7 years for my girl to drop, and she dropped. And so album's great. I love it. And she was calling people out, okay? She was coming for the people. She was coming for JT, Bia, and anybody in her way, okay? And honestly, you know, I don't know too much about the rap beef, but I do think once you bring up somebody's child, you better be you better be ready for what's coming, okay? And she held nothing back. I actually got my tickets to the concert today, so I don't know about y'all listening if y'all are going to see Cardi, but I am going to be in the building, party gang, so ready. Um, and then speaking of party, not to bring up Offset or anything, but I also heard that Gunna and Offset are actually doing a new album. It looked like yesterday, Gunna actually did a Apple Music like performance, which is kind of cool because Cardi actually just did one of those when her album released. So, he did that one for the last one of his album, which is also really amazing. Um, and he kind of hinted at the fact that him and Offset are actually going to do an album together. So the question is, people, do we want a Gunna and Offset album? Do we want it? Do we need it? Questions that need answering. I think they're both, great lyrically. Offset, mm. But I will say that I feel like Gunna don't need nobody. Like he be doing his big one by himself. And honestly, I'm really loving his rebrand and just, you know, once he came back from jail, I don't know. I just feel like the man has been on a revenge tour, but revenge in like a great way. Like he's obviously been in the gym. He looks great. Um, he's put out some great music. He's been staying out of the way. And so, yeah, I'm just like here for it. I'm here for the rebrand. I feel like you can always reinvent yourself. And so, seems like that's what he's been doing. So I hope he sticks with it. Another thing I saw in the media today, y'all, was something about the White House making statements suggesting that Tylenol during pregnancy leads to autism or increases autism. What is that about? Anybody? Like we've heard a lot of crazy things come out. We've heard a lot of things crazy come out of that their white building, but I mean these claims. I mean they are being strongly challenged by medical experts. I will say that who say that there is insufficient evidence. I don't know. What do y'all think about that? I just think that is a very irresponsible thing to just put out there. And there are so many people, right? Parents and obviously individuals who are dealing with autism each and every day and parents who are parents of autistic children. Um, and family members that are having to really deal with that reality every day. So I don't know. Just feel like it's a very irresponsible claim to put out without evidence. One, but two, I mean, come on, come on. I don't know. I just feel like it's a different scheme every day, different scheme set up by Todd to bring us. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if y'all watch Housewives, but that is one of my favorite, favorite, favorite lines. The scheme. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. It's giving scheme. I don't know. I'm I'm over it. I'm over it. But yeah, y'all, it's been a crazy day in the media, right? And there's a lot of different things going on. Aside from that, I'll be plugging this each and every time that I get on this stream, and that is to be checking your local elections, what elections are happening where you're at. I know here in North Carolina, there is a local election, municipal election going on in Durham right now. Durham voters can actually vote early. So if you are from Durham, North Carolina, and you are on this stream, make sure that you check and make sure that you're registered to vote and that you go and vote. Vote early. Here's the things that you need to do. Of course, there will be some more bigger, I guess, more final elections in November. But there's always an election, y'all. There's always an election. 9 times out of 10, there's a reason for you to be going to vote, and so just make sure you stay up on that. I think we're all seeing there's a lot of interesting things happening each and every day, and we just all want to make sure that we are doing our parts to be the change that we want to see, right? Um, and so yeah, that's it, y'all. That's what I got for today on the stream. This was fun. I'm excited. I'll be back on Thursday, I believe, this week to chit chat it up with y'all and to talk about what else is going on in this world and what the F is happening in America. What the F is happening? Seriously. But yeah, y'all tune into Rise Free Media, where not only will we be streaming several times a week, both me, Chris, and Mary Pat, like you saw on the first one. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll have a little one too. Maybe we'll have a guest from here and there to come join us on the stream. I don't know. And if you're interested, definitely let us know. But aside from that, podcast, additional streams. I have a podcast. Mary Pat has a hot podcast that is actually live on our channel here at Rise Free Media. So make sure you go check out our playlist and give them a listen. That's an opportunity for you to hear a little bit more in depth. Um, I'll share a little bit about my podcast before I hop off. It is the Black Emotion Podcast, guys. And the Black Emotion Podcast is an opportunity for you to hear from young Black professionals in different areas of life, whether it's creative, entrepreneurial, 9 to 5s, artists, um, everybody, anybody that you can think of, we're hearing from them, and they typically fall between the age range of like Gen Z to millennials, right? But how are they pressing forward post election, post pandemic, adulting, which is we all know it can get real ghetto sometimes, right? Um, and just hearing their perspective on life. And so it's been great. We've had some amazing guests. We currently have 6 episodes out now. Episode 6 came out last Monday. Next Monday, we will have episode 7 come out, and I think y'all are really, really, really going to enjoy it. So go tap in. Go tap in. Well, this was great. Much love, everybody.